tradition of wood carving in the Black Forest, almost like a cottage industry, really. In these sort of 16th, 17th, 18th centuries, people were carving religious figures. And then in the 19th century, the Black Forest became an area of great tourism. In the mid-19th century, hiking was almost invented there. And so there were a huge number of tourists coming to the Black Forest. And I suppose if they didn't take a cuckoo clock home with them, then they might have taken a bear home with them. But not normally on this sort of scale.
No, because it's very, very heavy. Yeah, he's great. He's got everybody in the family. They give him a little small pat on the head, and they all know him.
Yes, and they're real conversation pieces, aren't they? And I think they were probably, very much designed to be in a hall.
Yes.
And sort of break the ice, as people walked into the hall. Because they've been so popular, they fetched very large sums of money back in the 1980s. But like all things that are very popular, that therefore makes them sometimes worth copying. And about 10 years ago, there were quite a large number of hall stands and chairs like this that were made in the Far East, and it slightly dented the market. Nonetheless, if this were to appear at auction, I would expect it to have an estimate in the region of £1,500 to £2,000.
Oh, that's good. Well done, boy.
We seem to have a miniature garden laid out on the table before us. Well, what can you tell me about this little miniature garden?
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't belong to me.
Oh, that's a shame.
I wish. But I've known of their existence. They belong to a very dear friend, and I go and have a peer in their cabinet every time I go around.
Behind glass.
Behind glass. And he acquired them from his father.
Right.
So we know they're quite old. What I do know for certain is there's 2 examples in Queen Mary's Goldsmiths.
Right. Well, I can tell you a bit about them. They're made, unbelievably, out of a metal alloy